Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Robert Poole and I serve as a council member for the city of Denham Springs. I'm on the ballot for re-election November the 8th and I hope you'll consider me. I wanted to use this platform, YouTube, and broadcasting through Facebook to share a little bit about who I am and about what we do as council members, and hopefully you will decide that I am worthy of your vote. Once again, it's been a privilege to serve. I don't take lightly that the purpose of a representative in representative government, more often than not, is to represent the opinions, the values of those who have elected you, and I don't overlook that. I am a conservative Republican, though I consider myself much more of a conservative than Republican. This Republican Party has let America down. The Democratic Party has dropped over the edge, and the Republican Party is slightly better than that. So I consider myself much more of a conservative, constitutional conservative. And the difference between me and a lot of folks is I can tell you what that means. And I've put it into action in my days on the council. So I hope to have much more of an opportunity to talk to you about that. I wanted to start using this platform to let you know what's going on the agenda for the city. Whether I get reelected or not, I serve as a council member through the end of this year, and we meet twice a month to conduct the business of the city. And so I guess I wish I would have done this a long time ago, but I guess better late than never. So I'm going to start using this channel. So by the way, I hope you'll like this channel, give me a thumbs up on this video, share it, invite your friends and family members to join as well, and I would like to start interacting a little more on the agenda. We don't get a lot of involvement from the community on the agenda items or at the council meetings, and I understand that. I know you're busy, life goes on, and after all, that's what you hire representatives for, to look out for your welfare. But it is nice to be able to stay in touch with you, and this is a great format to be able to do that. So I'll go more into the campaigning thing at a later date. I want to keep these videos short and informative, and I do want to introduce the agenda before the meeting as best I can, and then recap what happened at the meeting afterwards, so we can really start keeping in front of you what the items are on the agenda as we go forward to do the business of the city. I've been live streaming our council meetings on Facebook through my personal Facebook page for, I don't know, a year or maybe longer. We're trying to get that set up so it's on the city's Facebook page, and maybe we'll do that eventually. But for now, I'll continue to play those videos. But I want to address specific things here, and this gives an opportunity for interaction. So please respond as you feel called to do so. Let's share some of the items that are on the agenda. Let's talk about what we can do to make Denham a better place. You see the cross over my shoulder. That's not just something that I throw up there to try and garner votes. I have another YouTube channel. I'm a full-time student at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. I'm pursuing a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling through their Masters of Divinity program. So I've completed all the undergraduate studies for a couple of degrees in Christian ministry and theology, and I'm moving forward in the master's program now. And again, we'll talk about some of those things later. The agenda this evening didn't have a lot on it that was needed to be talked about. There were two things that I thought were pertinent that I'd like to share with you. One of them was a payment request. We issued there was a bond issue for an expansion to our gas system to allow us to be able to service a greater number of customers. And I'll get into that more later. I did not vote for that bond issue. I thought the Bass Pro Shop revenue was sufficient to pay for that project. I was the only one that didn't vote for it. I thought we sold the Bass Pro project as a means to generate money down the road when it was paid for that would allow us to do some things without having to go to you for additional money. And the very first chance that we had to do that, we went to you in the form of a bond issue. And I just wasn't happy with that. I thought there was a better way. Unfortunately, I didn't win that battle, but I will continue to fight it. But so we had a payment request of $136,000 towards that project. It's called the Hill and Hood Road Gas Improvements Project. We have an engineering firm responsible for it and a contractor who had submitted an invoice for $136,000. Neither one of them were present at the meeting, which is not an uncommon thing. It's that just like you and I, there are things that get in the way sometimes. But since there was nobody there to answer questions, after a motion to pass, I moved that we table it until we had a chance to discuss it more with the engineers and the contractor. And so that did pass unanimously, that we table it. So we did not clear that payment. It wasn't the right time to do that yet. The other thing that we did tonight was to, this is pretty exciting, and it's funny that with all that we do, this is one of those things that probably gets the most response from the public. And that is that we changed our garbage collection vendor. So we've been with Republic Waste forever. And they, you know, I'm not going to badmouth them any longer. They're not our vendor going forward as of September. At that point, Waste Pro takes over. The cost was about the same as what we're paying now, so you won't see, I don't think, any change, maybe a small increase, 1 or 2%, it's minimal. Whereas the previous vendor was looking to go up by 150%. So it would have been irresponsible to do anything other than to go with Waste Pro. I had a chance to check with one of their customers, the city of Gonzales, talked to their public works folks, and they were real pleased with Waste Pro. So I'm looking forward to them providing services to the city. There'll be some changes a little bit, so it'll be the same sort of format, 2 large garbage cans, 1 for trash, 1 for recyclables, and the garbage pickup citywide. So this will happen every on any given day. The entire city will be collected, so it won't be divided into 2 days. Every Monday and every Thursday will be trash and curbside, garbage in the can and curbside collection of those other ancillary things that won't fit in the can, you know, a box spring or an old bicycle or what have you. Wednesday will be our recycle day, so the change will be then trash collection, garbage collection in cart and trash twice a week, Monday and Thursday, with the Wednesday in between being recycling. And so I look forward to that new vendor and a long relationship with them. And I know you will too. We've had a lot of complaints and issues with garbage collection in the past, and hopefully this will move towards clearing some of that up. So on that note, I'm going to end it here. I want to keep these videos short enough to where I don't scare you off. I want to do these frequently so that we can interact and stay connected on issues in the city. And like I said as well, I will use this format hopefully to present myself as a candidate worthy of your vote and support for re-election to the City Council. So thank you again for your time. I look forward to our interaction. Please, again, like, thumbs up, share, but most importantly, comment. Let me hear your questions and your responses as we work together to make Denham a better place to live. Thank you so much, and God bless.